Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. And what's particularly important for the XRP community, as Warren Buffett sold another 981 million shares of Bank of America. And Warren Buffett now has around $250 billion in cash and is selling stocks like never before, including Apple. Guys, what's so important about this is that these are the elites, the people in the know, the individuals that understand the information that is going to change the trajectory of markets. Bank of America is a known Ripple partner, and there was a moment in time where Bank of America was a bank Warren Buffett was buying as opposed to the selling he was doing of JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. And I speculated it was because of Ripple's connection to BOA. I think in part that has to do a little bit with it. But that's besides the point. Right now he's selling because he understands a crash is coming. And at the exact same time, the market firmly expects the Fed to cut interest rates on September 18th. And more interest rates will come. And as we know on this channel, with the cutting of interest rates comes quantitative easing. But before that comes a massive market pullback. This pullback will likely be your last opportunity to lock and load positions in the crypto space. I know it's been a long time of trading sideways, my friends, but you saw the initial stages of the bull run around March. We saw the Bitcoin ETF get approved, a Solana ETF get approved, other ETFs on the horizon. We've seen a new all-time high for Bitcoin. We have not seen altcoins explode yet, but we have seen crypto come to the forefront of the 2024 election cycle. These rate cuts, in my opinion, are extremely important because they will signal movement. I hate when we trade sideways, but once things change, once the political and financial climate shift, and once these cuts begin, all systems go. Pull back into moon mission. I promise you. Now, with that being said, we have Ripple partner Naum adopting JP Morgan payments. And is a XRP integration in the works? Right now, I believe there is an indirect partnership between Ripple and JP Morgan. And Chad disclosed the banks that have switched to Naum: Banking Circle, Barclays, InPay, DBS, JP Morgan, Metropolitan Commercial Bank, and more are coming online. And the reason this is so important is because, quite frankly, Ripple is under every single banking rock you look under, every single financial rock you look under. And this just goes on to add to that fact. And with that being said, you have to understand the geopolitical climate we're in. Russia is going to start using crypto for international transactions September 1st, 1 week away. They're testing crypto payments as a way to break away from Western sanctions. And I can't stress enough how important this is. A lot of people, they want to write in the comments, that's not XRP. There's no evidence it's XRP. The reason I bring all this up, one, is to show you how the world is shifting. Digital payments using cryptocurrencies are now a geopolitical tool being used against sanctions, regardless of whether or not that's XRP. We've seen partnerships and proof of concepts between Ripple, XRP, and the Bank of Russia. We've seen additional countries wanting to join the BRICS nations, and this is an active way to get away from the US dollar. Russia is planning to launch a state-backed crypto exchange with the Chinese yuan and BRICS peg stablecoins to bypass US sanctions as well. and you don't understand how big this payment system that BRICS is building is. This is the first legitimate anti-US dollar coalition that's risen on the world stage that has a chance of actually working. And I can't stress that enough. And here, just so you know why I'm so excited about this, this is a presentation shown by Smoke with a major confirmation that all these major banks were partnered with Ripple, including Santander, Bank of America, Standard Chartered, and they're operating on test mode. If these major banks are still in the testing phase, it means that they've not yet fully integrated Ripple's tech to their live day-to-day operations. And this is likely why XRP price movement has not exploded yet. Banks are slow, but they've been working for about a decade with Ripple, and that's what's important. The real price for XRP will come once these tests conclude, and once there's a reason to pivot over to XRP. But something else I want to remind you of is how XRP and the Bank of Russia have had proof of concepts in the past. And I can't stress that enough. When you see the anti-crypto stance the current administration is taking, and then you actively see a pivot away from the dollar into a more crypto-backed system, you have to wonder why. They're simultaneously trying to slow crypto down with regulations and also adopting it at the same time. And what that means is that they're hedging their bets. They know the dollar on its own will not stand as the world reserve currency. And the new system that's about to take over the world is almost online. Now, why is this so important? It's important because we're getting regulation and clarity in real time to allow the best environment for crypto to thrive, while simultaneously we're paying attention to the macro and how the macro is set up with rate cuts coming in September to allow for the perfect Q4 into Q1 2024-2025 bull run. Good Morning Crypto posted a little while ago that the SEC was talking with ETF issuers over concerns of Solana being a security. And this is yet another example of how the current administration is lying through their teeth to try to get crypto voters. Ladies and gentlemen, Solana, while not my favorite technology in crypto, it's one of the most important cryptos on the planet right now. And the uncertainty that the SEC thrives in is getting extremely annoying. The SEC has currently halted Solana ETF progress due to uncertainty over the ruling or classification of Solana. But ladies and gentlemen, the reason this is so important in my opinion is because right now we have an opportunity to make the crypto bull run a reality. Eleanor Tourette reports that Democrats have been trying to have it both ways, paying campaign season lip service to crypto while maintaining their hostility toward this groundbreaking technology. And an example of this is how they want to keep Gary Gensler in power, by Kamala apparently wanting Gensler to be the U.S. Treasury Secretary if she wins the election. And oh my God, can you scream China's gonna win on the world stage if this happens? Now, it's not just the fact that Gary Gensler is being considered as your United States Treasury Secretary, but in addition, the Harris-endorsed 2025 capital gains tax proposal, bringing it up to 45%, while simultaneously making a 25% tax on unrealized capital gains, is quite literally the death blow to the American economy. This right here would implode innovation. It would implode upwards economic mobility, and is genuinely a catastrophe to see. Politics aside, this would be disastrous for the forward progression of entrepreneurship as a whole, and I am directly opposed to this. A 25% tax on unrealized gains is blasphemy. And these are one of those moments where the writing is on the wall if you as a crypto investor want to benefit.
Unrealized gains, taxing unrealized gains just doesn't seem fair in any sense of the word. In the very best sense, if you are taxing unrealized gains, all you're doing is pulling forward the taxes that would be paid later when someone actually sells the stock.
I think that this reaction to unrealized gains is a little funny, given that I bet that the majority of people watching right now are already paying a tax on unrealized gains. It's called a property tax. When the value of your home goes up,
it's a use tax.
When the value of your home goes up, you pay higher taxes, even if you don't sell your home.
Your value of your home never moves the way a stock moves, the way something else moves.
That's always the go-to answer.
It's also, property tax is a use tax. You're paying for the schools, you're paying for emergency services. Those are things that make absolute sense.
And sure, and all the revenue that comes in from these unrealized gains taxes and the other taxes in the Harris plan are going to go to creating what she calls more opportunity. It's to make sure that every newborn born in this country gets $6,000.
Using the services.
Well, look, you're arguing that this is some sort of foreign concept that's completely unknown in the U.S. tax code.
It's probably unconstitutional. It's probably, and it was never in anyone's intent to tax.
It's not an income tax,
and it's never going to happen. Probably. Not in, well, I'm not going to say my lifetime.
I wouldn't say that.
Not in Becky's lifetime.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what's actually insane is that was CNBC saying that. They were the ones saying that a tax on unrealized gains is literally insane. And hell, they got a pride flag peacock as their logo. And that goes to show how horrendous of an idea that is. And my question to all of you is, would you rather have 4 more years of this, Gary, or would you rather have a leadership where they're literally trying to pay off the national debt with crypto, quote unquote, and the motherfucker running is over here flipping NFTs already while Gary's over here calling them securities? Guys, I'm not particularly political, but one candidate has distinguished himself as a pro-crypto president, and the other one wants to obliterate your capital gains that you don't even have because you're over-hodling your crypto. Imagine all these people in 2017 that saw the cryptos explode in value but never sold. You would have had to sell after you realized you're wrecked and pay tax on gains you never made. Oh my God. Wow. That would be an abomination. I think it's very simple, but a lot of other people want to overcomplicate it. And Cameron Winklevoss is pointing it out again. This reset the Kamala Harris administration wants to do with crypto has turned into an expansion of the war on crypto. They say what they say for votes, and then they leave you with your ideals in the voting booth. Don't get manipulated. Not only that, but recently, the SEC has issued a Wells notice to OpenSea, threatening to sue them, citing NFTs as securities. Ladies and gentlemen, not only did they have a 4-year-long lawsuit with Ripple, just to lose on 20 different points. Not only did they send Wells notices to these exchanges, Ethereum, Solana, but now your collectible NFTs, your JPEG monkeys are considered securities. And you wonder what is the problem in America? I don't. Now, with all that being said, my friends, with political uneasiness and lukewarm policies in America, with the BRIC nations de-dollarizing in real time, simultaneously a Ripple stablecoin is looming. While the case has concluded, all these things are adding into the perfect XRP storm. But right here in the United States, we're looking to still lead. While the BRICS nations are going live with a crypto-based payment system September 1st, and Lord knows what that's going to look like. Here in the United States, we need to get it right. We've been walking through quicksand for long enough. And the people are finally beginning to point the finger at the right place. Here, I'm going to leave you for the day with our precious, beloved John Deaton, putting another nail in the coffin of Elizabeth Warren's political career, because even CNBC has had enough. But not only that, I'm going to leave you with Brandon Biggs, yet again, The Trump assassination attempt prophet, letting us know that we're A-OK with XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, posts like this are meant to simply excite you, get you involved, keep you committed. All the fundamentals are clear, but we're having fun in this space again. I sense profit taking in the air, and higher prices are inevitable. And with election season coming soon, the tide is shifting in our favor. Now, if you haven't done so already, please get your offline hardware wallets to protect against any exchange hacks and to have the most options in storing your favorite altcoins on the planet. The link to get your own is down in the description below, and I always recommend having at least more than one wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
But I'm telling you, I keep seeing XRP, and like I said, I'm not telling you to invest in it. That's on you. Do not say, hey, you told me to invest in it. No, I'm telling you, there's going to be something in my spirit, in my opinion, with XRP in the near future. And I keep seeing it go overnight. It's like right now, I think it was like 47 cents per XRP. And all of a sudden, I am hearing in my spirit there's going to be an acceleration of things,
and that is a time
that's sophistry. Your example on craft. Your example on craft is even worse.
You finished first. In any of the states around the country that already have price gouging laws in place.
Can I tell you why that those are fallacious and misleading at best? And your craft analogy is even. Why can't I tell you? Please let me tell you. Craft, you say, was 440% profit increase. The example you used, the prior quarter from the year before, they had a charge of $1.3 billion, an accounting change which wiped out profits. Then they earned what they normally. Let me finish now. They earned.
You didn't let me finish. Look at the data. Come on. We have economic study now after economic study.
This is the way it always goes.
When there is more concentration,
40 million eggs were destroyed because of avian flu.
When there is more concentration in an industry, we have seen much greater increases in
Do you attribute
the
inflation?
Margins.
That's what you think we need to do to solve it?
They're not random. They are not random one-offs. It is part of the problem when you've got companies that are gouging consumers on prices. Consumers need to know they've got somebody on their side.
Senator,
and
listen, we're trying to help. We're trying to actually do.
Where are you in the 37 states that currently have price gouging laws?
Just quickly on that point, Senator Warren, can you, this is Kelly here, can I just clarify how this would work?
This is the way you never lose an argument, because no one can ever say anything back to you, Senator.
The state price gouging laws